So, yeah, hope it was visible now. Uh, so we'll start this um, video within few minutes, like around 5 to 10 minutes. So I will set up some background, uh, like the videos that we're gonna look into live. Okay, yeah. Then we get into the video. Just it will take around 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. Well, so as usual, before we getting into the news that actually it's kind of important news that we have to know. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Like I've been said, now it's okay. So, oh, does that mean I can't change it? Actually, I made a mistake that I was running a live on. Okay, it was in. Okay, so while broadcasting, I made a mistake that I put my live into private. So just now I saw it. So now it's public. Okay, I would have wasted so much time and in live. Okay, so today there is a few updates that both Trump and Putin they talked about the issue that going on in European countries, like about Ukraine and Russia war. So, and also some basic updates that we need to know as an Indian and also as a trader. You guys have to know this kind of updates. So, um, I try my best to post these kind of videos and very important updates in live or maybe later, like this, like one day or around within 10 to 15 hours. Okay. So, and also we got CPI news today around 6 p.m. IST. Okay. So we also look for a trade based on the news that I would suggest you guys to take very less risk. Okay. So very less risk means around, yeah, let's say around 1%, less than 1% of your capital is good to go. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe. So if you subscribe, you're gonna let know big political or economic updates and financials and about what US stocks or Indian stocks or forex market or cryptos. So what are the big updates are happening and big details will be. I'm gonna post everything live as soon as I got the information. So whatever the information that I got that come into my knowledge, I will be posting here. Okay, so subscribe for that. Yeah, you will get to know those kind of informations. And before we getting into the topic about the, we got a telegram. It's just a 5 minutes intro. So if you want to directly dive into the news, you can skip 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, this is our channel. So if you are guys are new to this channel, particularly, like, we post signals and whatever the updates on here this telegram channel, and we got resource channel also, whatever the resource that we are learning from and back tested. And yeah, it's kind of like I like good resources will be posted here. If you want to join here, you can DM me, and those links or will be available on YouTube main page. Just go on and join it. Okay. Yeah. So this was today's live, and I posted a recent signal, which is buy signal. It's currently going on. So we better look for that update. Is that trade was taken on? So every time I came into live, there will be 5 minutes. I will be talking about these channels and whatever the stuffs. Okay. So basic that newcomers can know what I'm doing and what is all about my channel. Okay. Oh, sorry. I've been talking. I've been making this kind of mistakes. First, bro. First, um, it's literally 15 minutes. Skip first. Dude, I was literally speaking. I'm not turned on my audio. Why am I always messing up with this kind of lines? I don't. But yeah, it's okay. Let's move on. So what I was talking about, um, it's on the channel. First, like Telegram channel. If you want to get any updates on financials or news, anything, you can just subscribe YouTube for every videos or only for financial. Join in Telegram group. Okay, and we posted a recent signal, that is what we're talking about in last 10 minutes, but I forgot to turn on this damn mic. Okay, like it was one time I like I've been doing this often. I, like I literally forgot what to turn on. Like, let go slow, don't need to rush, because I will be missing, and after finishing the video that I got to know so many mistakes where I. Okay, so yeah. So what is the news? First, we'll start with Trump. What happened? Okay.
Look, he's a great, great man, a visionary, a businessman, just
So yeah, start now. This is live. It's good. So we'll just talking about what the update, and if you want to update on economical events, so you can prevent the where to invest and where to exactly stop investing and when you can come out. Okay, so that is why newses are so important. Okay, so if you want, you can go watch him live on YouTube, like full videos are there. And if you want to gather exact news and like both sides and don't wanna look for like long around 1 hour news, so you can watch it here. And yeah, make sure don't forget to subscribe.
like in Kentucky, or computers, or whatever they might be doing. It's a complex world, and they train people, and they do a great job. So it's a whole new uh, workforce. Now, we have a lot of them in energy because, they've always liked energy. As you know, coal has opened up big. We brought it back, and brought it back in a very large way. China's right now building 58 coal-fired plants, 58 big ones. And here we were saying, we don't take coal. We have more coal than anybody else in the world. We have more oil and gas than anybody else in the world. But we have tremendous energy jobs, and the energy, as you know, we're booming with energy. And that's why the gasoline prices are down. The costs are down. I just hope when they watch these shows, I watch this, I won't use names because I just make them better known, that nobody knows who they are. But I watch this group of people on CNN and MSDNC too, the same thing, where they say, well, costs have gone up. Costs haven't gone up, they've gone down. I'm telling you, the thing that's gone up is stock prices, and success of our country. Our country is really, really doing well, successful. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. President, have Putin and Zelensky agreed to a summit yet? And where and when would that be?
Well, there's a very good prospect that they will. And we haven't determined where, but we had some very good talks with President Putin today. And would be ending the round, ending the end of that road. That road was long and continues to be long, but there's a good chance that there will be a meeting very soon. Well, I don't want to say. I've been disappointed before with this one. We've solved 5 wars, plus add to that Iran, where we wiped out their nuclear capacity for weapons. They would have had a weapon within 2 months, maybe less, and that was totally obliterated. Turned out it was a total obliteration. And the pilots and the people that did that job are really. We have the greatest armed forces in the world, but that was really something. In fact, there's a of constant flying. Look at this. So this is the brand new one they just ordered. Similar, but actually quite different. It's new and enhanced. It's an amazing machine. It went 36 hours. We had 52 tankers up in the air loading up our planes because this was surrounded by F-22s and F-35s, and it was flawless, Tim. Even you would say it was flawless. And every one of those bombs hit their target. And then we had Tomahawks shot in from a submarine 300 miles away, and they hit every single Tomahawk hit its target. It was amazing. And that was a big threat. That was a nuclear threat. And here's the new one that we just ordered, a large number of them. I'll put it on.
Mr. President, what was the breakthrough today? Did Vladimir Putin make some kind of concession that he hasn't been willing to make before?
I don't call it a breakthrough. I mean, we've been working on this a long time. There are thousands of young people dying, mostly soldiers, but also, missiles being hit into Kiev and other places. But in terms of soldiers, I think Russia's lost over 20,000 since the beginning of the year. 20,000. And I guess the estimate for Ukraine is about 9,000. It's a terrible situation. We want to get it stopped. We don't have American soldiers there, but I feel I have an obligation to get it stopped. This was not my war. This war would have never started, not even a chance. And it didn't start for 4 years. It went 4 years and it didn't start. But this is Biden's war. This was on his watch And you know, it's funny. We had no land was taken from Trump. It was taken from Bush. It was taken from Biden. The whole thing they would take from Biden if it weren't for us. But it was, and it was taken by Obama. Take a look at what was taken with all of the land that was taken. Nothing was taken by Russia from us. Not 1 ounce of land was taken. I'm here to get the thing over with. It would have never started if I were president, and we're here to get it stopped and get the death stopped. Yeah, please.
President, in the past, you said you would know if Putin was tackling you wrong. What gives
Yeah.
you any confidence that he is or isn't doing that this time around?
Can't answer the question yet. I'll tell you in a matter of weeks, maybe less. But we've made a lot of progress. And as you know, we put a 50% tariff on India on oil. They're the second largest. They're very close to China in terms of the purchase of oil from Russia. But so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But we've had very productive talks today. Yes, ma'am?
President Trump, on federalizing DC, are you considering taking over the DC police? Is that an option on the table?
We're considering it, yeah, because the crime is ridiculous. I could show you a chart comparing D.C. to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. It was just up on television, actually, they were showing it. Now, we want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. You know, we just almost lost a young man, beautiful, handsome guy that got the
Video
hell
was
knocked out of
broke
him
out.
the night before last. And
I really hate this. Like,
I'm going to call him now. We wanted to give him a little recovery time. We just put a call into him. They're calling back in a little while, but he went through.
so yeah, if you saw that recent video talking about, yeah, actually, first I hate this. Why I don't know. It's too lagging, and even I was using the same particular uh, tools that I've been using, but it's been lagging since I started. Like it's a big problem. Okay, to solve it. So what was that? Trump's answer was he's been talking to the Putin, and also what he told was that he was proud of uh, attacking the Iran's nuclear weapons, and also he mentioned that he was placed on a tariff on India, 50 percentage, and he also maybe could he could apply tariff couple of nations like China, but he didn't mention exactly, but it may happen in future. That is what he mentioned in this exact news. Like tariff may gonna impose 100% other nations, like that doesn't mention exactly which nation, but could China or maybe India. Like yeah, so that is what the updates now. And about the war that he told, and also he mentioned he was stopped like more than 5 wars, uh, notably, and also stopping a nuclear weapon on Iran. And later, what he told was if the war was still like the peace was still not get to happen, like it was continuously they were of like if they start again nuclear plants or creating nuclear weapons, so what he mentioned was he gonna do the same. So yeah, so that is what from Trump's side. And also there is few things that he mentioned on employments, like manufacturing companies and stuff. So yeah, give me a minute. If possible, I will come up with the video or will go without video live. Okay. Okay, so this time it's not. I think I can't able to show my stream. Okay, we'll go with combinations. So got to be better next time. So,
A bad situation. Now remember, we're building and just starting to build a lot of these incredible plants. We talked about the electric facilities that we're building, the generating plants, electric generating plants. They're massive, and they're going to be great. And they're going to sell excess electricity into our grid. So we're going to be having much more electricity than we ever had. And those plants are going to be taken care of individually. I know Tim is building one in one of his big factories, but especially for AI because it needs so much electricity. So I appreciate the question very much. And I think the growth is going to be unprecedented.
Mr. President, did you have a phone call with Andrew Cuomo? Did you speak to Andrew Cuomo?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Mr. President, have you been briefed on what Ghislaine Maxwell told Todd Blanche?
No, I haven't. Have
You
not.
don't know whether
I
it
don't
came
know.
up in the
I know Todd
conversation
is
or
a
not?
very respected person all over the country, all over the world legally. So I don't know.
Mr. President,
Yeah, please go ahead.
Will the new Fed governor be temporary?
We're probably going to go with a temp and then a permanent, I think.
Are the two
So the temp is going to be named, I'd say, over the next 2-3 days, and then we're going to go permanent.
Are the two Kevins the leading contenders for the permanent spot for the chair?
Well, the two Kevins? The two Kevins are absolutely, yeah. They're both very good.
Mr. President,
The two Kevins, is very good.
Mr. President, is Vice President Vance hosting a gathering this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
Is he working on what?
Is he hosting some kind of gathering of top advisors this evening to talk about how to respond to the Epstein situation?
I don't know. I could ask you that question. I don't know of it, but I think, here's the man right here.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. So about the improvements of economic, what Trump was explaining here, like Apple and Amazon, whatever the US companies that are going to shift into back into the US, and as you know, he told like gonna stop hiring the Indian. So there is going to be a big problem for Indians, but rather than they are looking for their peoples to get job and their peoples to get more kind of use of their own factories. Okay, so what Tim here, Apple CEO or kind of owner, okay, so Tim was told the exact same, like it could take time to fully invert, like what that, yeah, get into again back into America. And but they're planning this. Okay, so the whatever the companies that big tech companies or manufacturing companies, they going back to the America because of tariff. And also that is was Trump expecting, and they expect to do so in the future. So what's going to happen here, by economically, Indian employees and also Indian companies, whatever that, also in the basic, in the beginning, also the manufacturer companies on US also get some trouble, because without the Indian engineers, and suddenly changing into, yeah, non-trained Americans, like there is not a high population in America. So that is also a question raised in Trump, but he told like we will train them, and we will get into their jobs. So that is what entirely happened on yesterday's news, like yesterday's live. Okay, so if you want to know the full news 1 hour, so you can go and watch on YouTube live. Okay, so here I saw there is a bad signal today. I don't know why. Okay, so that is why few lags were happened. And next time I will change the webcam software, because that was not working. I was tried few times, but it was a failure again, I think. Okay, so yeah, it was actually affects Indians. It will affect the engineers who want to go work on US based companies, or in future whoever wants to study in US. So it's going to be totally useless, I guess so, because also the news was came up, the Trump was stating, if Indians came to US for studies, once your studies was done, get out. Okay, so these kind of things were importantly, like very Indian students, that to know where you guys were going for. If there is no job after you study, it's totally useless. Like even if you were study for any big universities, yeah. So it's only a few percentage of people will get their job if you are very outperform. Okay, so we'll look for what good inside. Like I didn't got any questions on that side, especially starting there.
about a peace deal a month right now. We saw just this week where Armenia and Azerbaijan came together to settle their decades-long conflict. It's been a series of peace deals, and so I think President Trump is best situated to see if a deal can be had and if both sides can agree. Sides again are going to have to.
So I hope it was audible. So Russian President Vladimir Putin. So what he determined to continue the war in Ukraine, despite that U.S. Donald Trump, who threatened like a new sanction of 100% tariff on countries buying Russian oils unless a ceasefire was agreed. Okay, so this is what happening now. So if whoever buys like India or China, whoever buys the Russian oil, so he gonna post 100% tariff. So if that tariff was happened, again the market gonna give a impact. So if you guys were trading, like be aware of it. So whenever the news came, you have to be very aware of it, or else you're gonna make lose monies on yeah, maybe in futures or maybe any kind of stocks. Okay, so make sure that news is all very important, that you have to be um, stick. Okay, it's not about only trading. And yeah, so and still the Putin was not going to withdraw the war. So that is what the situation now is going on. So both were standing on their sides, and here, so Russia was as developing a immunity, like which is called continue to advance on battlefield, and his primary goal was remains the capture of Ukraine region of Donetsk, Luhansk, and Zaporizhia and Kherson. So I was not fully good at pronunciation this kind of city's name, but this is what Russia was expecting, and they want, and then they're gonna announce peace. Okay, that is Russia side was yeah, they were negotiated like capturing these kind of regions at Ukraine, so they're gonna declare peace, or else they won't stop this war against Ukraine. Okay, so we'll see what happens in the upcoming days. Um, like Trump gonna impose 100% tariff, and or the Putin gonna stop this war. So it's a question mark. Okay, so this is was the update, and there is a new information about the Pakistan. I don't know the name of, before we get into without talk about. the Pakistan was the nuclear threat to India. So that is was the headline like. So we also look into that kind of news, and I'll just show the exact video, so you will get a good information. And they stated clearly Putin is not preparing for ceasefire on Ukraine. Okay, yeah, that was sure for now. So it was 4:16 p.m. Once we finish this news session, and also a CPI news is there for especially for traders. So we'll look for a good trade. And here you saw here we exactly got around, sorry, 50 pips since we posted a trade on Telegram channel. If you got the trade, 50 pips was uh, given. Yeah, because we're talking about Pakistan, right? Pakistan nuclear threats. So, yeah, it's kind of-
He's Pakistan's army chief. He's Field Marshal Asim Munir and issuing a shocking nuclear threat against India. But that's not the point. The point is he made that point from United States of America, from the American soil, or so to say a friendly country, as much with regard to India, and the threat that impacts the rest of the world too. A dangerous rhetoric. Why was it allowed? What was said? And what India has to say about it? Here's a report.
So actually, what was the exact thing was Pakistan chief Azim Munir. Yeah, he issues a statement, nuclear threat to India. If India was clashing with like US, okay, they both combined US and Pakistan combined, they gonna destroy half of the world. So if they were messing with the United States, okay, so that is was what the threat. And what is the impact here was they like he stated that off of the world, that is what um, a big controversy. Maybe we don't know what they're gonna reply as a result from our Indian side. So yeah, so it's good to there is no after that economical, and also guys have to
Pakistan still reeling under Operation Sindoor Blue. Gets hurt in a crash. Munir, while quoting Islamic verses, claimed that leading Indian industrialist Mukesh Ambani could be a target in any future war.
Yeah, and he stated that clearly in the future, like yeah, Mukesh Ambani, he directly stated that Mukesh Ambani going to be a target, maybe a target. Uh, that is also a kind of being news. Why you have to target? Maybe he's a billionaire or a big source that giving um, running Indian government. I don't know, like maybe they were like corporation government which helps for the move. I guess I was not sure, but this is the news that they stated. So it also threats the Mukesh Ambani. So yeah.
India will have to fight Pakistan state-sponsored radical Islamist terror alone, because America will look after Donald Trump's interests. Right now, America is not even looking after its own interests. America will.
So this was happened after Asim Munir was went to meet United States for twice in a month, within a month, twice time, and after this statement was released with around within a day.
Look after Donald Trump's interests. China will look after its own interest and use Pakistan against India. All of this is being done to stem India's spectacular rise, which is what India is aiming to do, is rise as a strong power, as a strong economic power, as a strong military power. And there will be all methods used, including using Pakistan, like it has happened for the past several decades, to stem India's rise.
India slammed the remarks as reckless, dangerous and globally destabilizing. MEA said Pakistan is using soil of a friendly country to target India. India termed nuclear threat as Pakistan's favorite playbook. It also asked the global community to take note of the threat, where Pakistan nukes can fall in hands of Pakistan army-linked terror group, military in control. A democracy.
If these statements are going to create any trouble, and we better be prepared. We are a nuclear nation, says Field Marshal Asim Munir. If we go down, half the world goes too. It's not even about India. He's even saying we would gladly take other countries down as well. Shouldn't other countries respond to this too? We have no shortage of missiles. Who boasts about missiles? It is India's kindness all these decades that we did not hamper with the Indus Water Treaty till the Pahalgam massacre. Will hit India's dam with 10 missiles, is what Asim Munir, Pakistan Army Chief, has said. Now, what's more concerning is, remember, Pakistan's leadership, ISI members as well, and the Army Chief have been making these statements. But to make it from American soil, for America to allow it to happen and not counter it, that perhaps is more concerning. Our editor, India Today Global, joining me for the latest on that. Pranay, what should one make of the whole sequence of events here? What Asim Munir has said, because it's not India to be scared.
Pooja, the famous saying about Pakistan is that Pakistan is being run by 3 A's, Allah, America and Army. And whenever Army gets the support of America, nobody knows about the Allah, but at least whenever Pakistani Army gets support of America, they try and like, you know, they start flying and they start getting...
Yeah, this is the pretty much news. We don't have to look on everything, but right now, like within few hours was done. So these are the full breaking news was. This is all about that. Yeah, that's all. So in this video, I have made again a mess. Like few mistakes were happened. I will I will try to change it on next time. Yeah, and yeah, we also post these kind of not impactful for our